Good morning. Call this General Services Committee meeting together today at June the 10th, 2019 at 12 o'clock. We have 7 items on the agenda. This is the first time I think we've met this year. So hi, everybody. The first item is approval of bid results and agreement with the Big Sky, Idaho Corporation for the 2019 Fernan Lift Station Retractable Project. Mike Becker, go ahead.
Well, good afternoon, Council. It's a wonderful day in Coeur d'Alene. Before you, we have a presentation for a lift station upgrade. It's actually a retrofit project because it's an existing lift station located down in the Fernan Village area. Before you is my staff report detailing our bids on the project, but a little bit to expand on this project. This is an existing pump station currently being used by the city of Coeur d'Alene. Within the area that's outlined in blue is a service area, which is approximately 29 homes, as well as 254 units in the Lake Villa apartment complex. This is the existing lift station. Why are we addressing this project up front now is because we have some performance issues in this pump station. This pump station was oversized for a greater service area, and so it's really not that efficient. It consumes a great deal amount of power. It has also reached its service life. Currently, right now, the only way we can access the pump station is to descend in this silo that takes the operators below ground into what we call confined space entry. Down in that silo is all the wetted area pumps, as well as the electrical and controls that operate that pump station. That presents a dilemma of meeting the current electrical and structural codes, which is also a potential life safety issue for our crews. What we're trying to do is unify all the city's pump stations so they're very similar in design and operations. Here is a picture of the Hawks Nest pump station, and this is the ultimate goal without this generator for the Fernan pump station. This retrofit project will bring everything into compliance with all codes, extend the service life of our pump station, and also any potential liabilities that may exist for the city. We went out the bid on May 30th, and here is a breakdown of the 3 bids that we received. You will notice an added alternative, which was for a manhole rehabilitation. Has been removed from there. We feel that we can get better bids as part of the CIPP project. The apparent low bidder is Big Sky, Idaho Corporation at $380,512. So staff recommends that we proceed moving forward with this. We accept the bid and award the contract to Big Sky of Idaho for the amount of $380,512. And with that, I will entertain any questions you may have.
Any questions?
Well, you do mention this is in the budget.
This is in the budget.
Right, okay. That's good.
You need a motion.
I'll make a motion that council approve the bid results in agreement with Big Sky, Idaho Corporation for the 2019 lift station retrofit project in an amount not to exceed $380,000, $380,512.
Second.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Item number 2, approval of 1-year extension of Thorco Field Agreement. Hi, Bill.
Good afternoon, councilors. I am here covering for Bill. He's out today. And I'm here to talk to you about the extension of the 1-year agreement for for the Legion baseball field at Ramsey Park with Thorco. They keep calling it Thorco Field. So the existing agreement with Thorco is to either have them do in-kind work or pay a fee of $2,190 per year to continue keeping the naming rights for that field. In the past, they have done things like install lights for Legion Field. This last year, they came and rescued a baby osprey from one of our light poles out here in McEwen Park at no charge. And so we would like to submit that as the fee in lieu of for their naming rights agreement this year. They came in when we had a baby osprey tangled in some fishing line, and they used their cranes to get up there and rescue the baby. So what we're asking is to extend the Thorco Field agreement by 1 year.
Any questions?
Yes. Bill Monty. If they did it at no charge, why are we paying them the $21.90 in kind?
Well, they didn't bill us for it because I think Bill made an agreement with them. If you do this, we will submit this as your in-kind payment.
Okey-doke. Then on the next page, there's a list of amount of payment owed to donor, and the remaining amount owed is $103,000 and change. Can you explain how that works?
I'm not aware of that. Didn't get a second page.
It's in the contract.
That'd be a question for Bill. I could
That's
ask
a
him.
Bill question.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, I will meet with Bill then before the next council meeting to make sure I understand what that's about.
Amy, you got a question?
Do we have an update on the osprey?
I think the osprey was tagged, but I'm not sure if it's come back this year or not. I remember hearing at the Parks and Rec Commission meeting that was the same question asked. And I think they do know it's alive, but I'm not sure if it's come back here this year or not.
Well, if you can find it, bring it to the meeting.
I think they named it McEwen.
Need a motion?
I would move that council approve the one-year extension of the Thorco Field agreement.
Second.
Any other questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay, thank you. Thanks, Bill. Okay, item number 3, approval of amendment to the CDA TV policy and procedure manual. Renata.
So the CDA TV committee has taken some time to review their policy and procedure manual that was previously approved in 2006. So it was time to kind of update it with some technological language. We talked about, tapes of meetings, and obviously we don't tape meetings. We have them all electronically now and can burn them to DVDs or USB drives. So there was some of that language we needed to update. In addition to that, we wanted to update some of the standards for submission of production to the channel. Kind of talked about sound quality and video production quality. So we added some of that language in. And as we looked through the policy, it kind of referred to Time Warner Cable, which is no longer here. They're now Charter. So it was just a lot of cleanup that needed to occur after so much time had lapsed on that. So in addition to that, we just sort of made some amendments in the denial process to kind of make it clear that it comes through the committee and then they can further appeal to city council. Excuse me. And then we had one section there that talked specifically about our partner, the school district, but as you know, we have several partners. So we wanted to make it clear that we had more than one partner in the running of our channel and the providing of material for our channel. I think that covers the highlights.
Any questions?
I don't think anyone's burning DVDs anymore, but you never know.
Occasionally.
Need a motion?
I'll make a motion that council approve amendments to the Coeur d'Alene TV Policy and Procedures Manual.
Second.
Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Oh, aye.
Opposed? Thanks, Renata. Item number 4, approval of professional services agreement with Jeff Crow of Bunkhouse Media for television operation professional services. Renata?
So again, I bring to you an item related to CDA TV and the production of all of our meetings electronically that we submit to YouTube and on our CDA TV channel. And that contract is with Jeff Crow, doing business as Bunkhouse Media. It will expire in August of this year. So I wanted to get in advance of that date and make sure we have a continuing agreement with Jeff. Jeff has really been integral in creating those connections with all of our partnerships. He's helped set up studios over in Hayden, and with the school district, he goes up to their meeting room space every once in a while and helps with audio and visual issues there. So he just really always goes above and beyond, and we really appreciate his professionalism and would like to keep that for our CDA TV channel. This contract is a budget in the Municipal Services Department, and it is within the budget this year to be continued. We made a couple little changes to the agreement. Basically, it's no longer referred to as Channel 19, so we removed all references to Channel 19. And we added in an annual increase of 2.5%, consistent with all our other employee agreements, just because it was very difficult to chase down that April CPI, and it kind of fluctuated. So this just kind of gives a very specific annual increase rather than it being dependent on that CPI. And really, that is about the highlights of any changes within that contract. We did add a clause if there were ever to be any paid parking on site, that he would have an employee pass to be able to park since he works here on this campus, so.
Scary.
Any questions?
Well, I would make a motion that council approve the professional services agreement with Jeff Crow, DBA Bunkhouse Media, for television operation professional services.
Second.
Any other questions?
I would just comment that I think we're very fortunate to have Jeff. He's extremely professional.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thanks, Renata. Okay, item number 5, approval of professional services agreement with Architects West Incorporated for operations, building renovations. Jim?
Yes, good afternoon. Bring forward to you a proposed agreement with Architects West for the planning and design of improvements to our operations building within the wastewater treatment plant. That original building was built in 1972. It was last modified, I think, in 1987, and it houses our plant operators, and it serves as kind of our operations and control center for the plant. It's been on our capital improvement plan for quite a number of years now, and we'd like to get started with the planning and design of it. We don't have funds budgeted for construction yet, but we anticipate that would be happening next year. We went out for RFQs for architectural services. We received one response from Architects West. And we have negotiated a fee proposal and scope of services that are attached. So I'd ask your concurrence to the approval.
Oh, when you come back and you get ready to start this thing, can you do a dog and pony for us?
Sure.
Show us before and kind of what it will look like in the future.
Okay.
I'm not like really intimate with your campus. I tried to break in, but you got a fence. And where exactly is this building?
Well, it's kind of shoehorned in between our influent pump station and our grit removal structure. So
And this
that
means
doesn't
nothing
mean
to
much
me.
to you, I know, but it's one of the original, it was the original lab. So it's in the south end of the plant.
I probably know. I've probably been in there, but I don't.
It's an old wooden,
It's wooden.
wooden structure, right?
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, that's why pictures would be nice.
Okay,
But right now we're just looking at architects, and then we're going to be hiring probably a contractor
Yes, we're
next
gonna
year?
we're gonna go through a pretty extensive planning stage with the architects, so we can kind of assess the building where it needs improvements, like the ventilation system in particular probably needs improvements, and let them design the improvements. We'll go bid ready, and then we'll take it out for construction bids.
Very good, thank you.
Any questions? Okay, need a motion?
I'll make a motion that council approve the professional services agreement with Architects West for operations building renovations.
Second.
Any more questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thanks, Jim. Okay, item number 6, approval of lease of city-controlled parking spaces to the Chamber of Commerce for 4th of July general revenue to help pay for the cost of the community fireworks. Troy Tyverson.
Good afternoon. This will be potentially the 8th year that we've had this partnership with the Chamber of Commerce. The proposal is that all of the city-controlled parking spaces be leased by the Chamber. The parking fund, which is a designated fund, an enterprise fund, will be paid $9 per space for that day to generate the revenue that would go to that fund. The dollars that would be received by the chamber would be dedicated to that great fireworks display that takes place, thanks to the chamber, thanks to sponsors that happen throughout our community, and this source of revenue. So it is dedicated. It's anticipated that that fireworks display would cost about $30,000. If they had a great sponsorship year, they could actually increase that dollar amount. With the new Coeur d'Alene Avenue parking garage, we anticipate the revenue will go up this year, so this would be more than what was done last year. The 4th falls on a Thursday, so with good weather, it probably will be a pretty active 4th of July. And with your permission, we would like to go forward with this, and I'd entertain any questions you might have.
Any questions?
Just, it seems like a good program. I know that, that it's been successful. The only thing I wish someone from the chamber was here, because there's a lot of people who will park on NIC's property in the BLM corridor. And I really wish that the chamber could coordinate with NIC and, you know, charge for that as well as further fundraising.
The trustees have chosen not to charge for any parking on their property because of the way in which the property was acquired.
Oh, weird. Okay, but we're doing it.
And we've had success with the county doing it on their campus.
Yeah,
And
so that's cool.
Another ask that is out there as we speak.
Okay, pretty cool.
Okay. Need a motion?
So I would move that council approve the lease of city-controlled parking spaces to the Chamber of Commerce for the 4th of July.
Second.
Any other questions?
No.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thanks, Troy. Okay, the last item on the agenda is approval of sole source purchase of police radios purchased for 2 vehicles for the police department. Chief White.
Well, good afternoon. I have a request for equipment in front of you today. As part of our ongoing replacement of a lot of our police radios that are old and unserviceable and unable to be upgraded, we are looking to purchase 20 portable radios. That's these things. The mobile radios are the ones that actually go into the vehicles. We are looking for 4 of those because we have 4 vehicles that currently do not have police radios in them. And we're also looking for 2 investigations vehicles. The investigations vehicles we're looking to replace, we have one that's got the number's wrong on there now, it's over 180,000 miles. And we have another one that's got 123,500 miles with some major mechanical issues. Neither of those vehicles, is my understanding today, are capable of really being used for anything. We're in the process of surplusing them out. They're basically paperweights in our backyard. How we would pay for this is we have vacancy savings. Unfortunately, we've had some vacant positions over the past several months. We're in the process of filling all of those, and we hope by August 1 we'll be completely full. But since over the past, say, 4 or 5 months, we've had a number of vacancies, and so that's allowed us to realize some vacancy savings that we're hoping to use for this purchase with your approval. The total cost for this proposal will be a little over $201,000. And once again, we wouldn't be impacting the fund balance at all for this. This would be pre-budgeted funds, just repurposed.
Any questions? Need a motion?
I'll make a motion that council approve the sole source purchase of 33 Motorola portable radios and 4 mobile vehicle radios from Motorola Solutions, and the purchase of 2 vehicles for the police department.
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Thanks, chief. Anything else? Mike, you have anything?
Still have a pay raise request, but it keeps getting denied by the city administrator.
Come to us in July.
Okay, if there's nothing else, meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.